Hello everyone, this is Geauxgreddy. Welcome to the channel. Tonight we'll be racing Catalunya in the 2019 Manufacturers Series, Series 2, Race 5. A lot of familiar names in the race tonight, and it'll get a little shovey, and I think you'll enjoy it. So let's jump right into qualifying. So here we're at the end of my outlap. So here I'm just trying to position myself between the gentleman behind me, I say that loosely, in GT Honda Proud, and the person in front of me, Speedster Satsuki. I think we've seen Speedster once before at Interlagos. I think he exited in the first corner there for us at one point in the race, but I'm not sure if that was him or not. It may have been. Anyway, so here I want to brake early and get kind of in on this apex. I just don't quite get into that apex like I wanted to. Didn't quite get enough of that corner, so it kind of compromised my exit. And then I absolutely did a terrible corner here. I'm nowhere near being to the inside like I want to be. I just want to kind of let off the gas, get that inside, and get back on the gas again. I just failed to do right. Catalunya is not one of my best tracks. I like the track. I really like the way it flows. I enjoy it, but I'm just not that good at it. I think I need more practice on the course. But, you know, take this okay, get down on the inside here. Again, I could have been a little further inside. So it looks like Speedster has a little bit of an issue there. And I'm thinking, no. I don't want to catch him in here like I'm doing right now because it's going to slow me down. And I run up on him, and I took this corner slower than I needed to. I'm thinking this is absolutely ruining my qualifying lap. You know, I understand Speedster's got to try and get a qualifying lap as well, and he gets a penalty there, so his qualifying lap is going to be terrible. Sorry, I didn't mean to take off your mirror there, Speedster. Apologies, sir. Did cut it a little tight, though. But, again, he's trying to set a lap, and he was doing his best and got a little loose in there. I'm not hating on him. I just wish he'd gotten out of my way. But that's okay. It's all right. So, again, I'm just trying to get in that top 10 here. Because of that little incident with Speedster, you know, GT Honda's Proud has caught up to me. He can use my slipstream here to set a time. So coming through at the end of my hot lap, you know, I'm in third, not too terrible. So here I'm gonna get out of GTA Honda's way, and I am going to let him by and just burn some fuel. So here I am, I'm sitting in third. Like I said, I just want a top 10 finish on my first lap. Everyone's coming through. GT Honda Proud did probably use a little of my slipstream there. As you can see, he's in second. Overland Alex 3 is in Overland Rex 3 is in first. WOT Goat there in fourth now. So anyway, so let's move on to the actual hot lap where I'm really trying to set my final qualifying time. All right, so here we are coming into the business lap, the one that counts. This is what separates the men from the boys. As I'm coming around, I notice a couple people are in getting some fresh tires, as you can see here in the left. We got 4, maybe 5 people jumping in the pits getting tires, and I'm thinking that's a little odd because if you look down here at the right, you can see there is about 1 minute and 40 seconds left. And if you again look at my lap times here, you can see there's really not any time left to actually get out of the pit and around the track in time to actually be able to set a hot lap. But I'm like, well, they're in the pits, whatever, they're gonna be long in front of me anyway. But you know, just seemed a little odd to me. So anyway, I'm coming down the straight, ready to set my hot lap here. I'm focused, I'm ready, I'm intense, and I see someone coming out of the pits here with 1 minute and 9 seconds to get around the entire track that normally takes 1 minute and 50 seconds to get around. Yes, Mike. You're not going to make it, big guy. Just go ahead and exit off the track so the folks behind you can just do their hot lap. You're not going to get there, I promise. You're not going to make it. But Mike does not exit. Mike stays with me for the whole lap. And so I'm sitting behind him. I'm thinking, it's not happening. This is not happening to me again. And now I get it. He probably, you know, he's 13th, I think, on grid here. So he's got 13 above his head. So he's trying to get out there. He's trying to, improve his position. But you got to be aware of the time. You got to. And there's no way that you're going to be able to finish this lap in the time needed to be able to be able to go around again. And then on top of that, he gets a penalty. So now, even if he does make it all the way around, he's going to have to serve a half-second penalty. So at this point, you should probably just go ahead and exit. But that's all right. Whatever. I was having a decent lap, and I'm really having to slow down to keep from hitting him here. Probably, I would say, lost a good 3/10 right there in that corner, at least. And plus it's distracting, to be honest with you. I'm just trying to concentrate on my lap, and this dude is in front of me. That's all right. So, and then I had to slow down through here. So there's another 2 or 3 tenths. So, maybe 6 tenths. Of course, I do grab a slipstream here, so maybe I pick up a tenth or two. So probably a 4/10 difference. I don't know. So finish my lap in 7th place behind WOT Goat. So 4/10 would have put me maybe 4th. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. 7th wasn't bad. Top 10. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna come out of into the race on some racing hards in front and some racing mediums in back, and try and get through this track that hates my Lexus. It has no love for me. The tire wear is just, I don't know. It's just, it might be the way I'm driving the course, but it was just absolutely awful. So let's go ahead and move on to the start of the race. Thank you, Opera Lady. Thank you very much. Nothing gets your heart pumping quite like good old Opera Lady right before the start of the race. So let's go through the grid and see where everyone started. Risky Devil in first with 154.821. Good job there, Risky. Vicious New Yorker, the 155.237, moving up in the grid very nicely. Very nicely done. Overland Rex, I cannot do that name, in third. Mobile Masher in the Mustang in fourth. Revo Nut in fifth with a 155.4. Good job there, Revo. WOT Goat in sixth, the 155.596. There I am in seventh. Geauxgreddy with a 155.676. DA 1976, another YouTuber at 155.910. Check out his channel if you haven't already. GT Honda Proud at 155.965 in ninth. 10th is CNF DH Man with the 156.055. In 11th, we got For the God Below. In 12th, Lumatic with the 156.376. 13th, we've got Dogs 226 with the Pikachu on the side. 14th, Speedster Satsuki. A man, Speedster. 15th, Alexander Laxell. 16th, Mike, you're killing me, Mike. 17th, CBC 0724. And in 18th, we got Sipe Truck. Or Sip E Truck, I don't know. One of the two. 19th, Cosmic Drifter. And in 20th, rounding out the field, we got Daniel 274. Looking forward to the race. Like I said, a lot of familiar names. Some names I've never seen before, but I know quite a few of the guys in here are pretty clean drivers. It's nice starting with DA 1976 behind me because I watched his videos, so I know he drives pretty clean. He tends not to kill the person in front of him, so I'm pumped right now. I'm like, oh my goodness, I can go into corner one and not worry about being launched into oblivion. Amazing. Cool jets in the overhead shot there as we head down towards corner one at Catalunya. And I am behind WOT Goat. I'm looking for that magic 150 board there on my left, and just before it, the black marker. I hang it right there so it's not to kill the goat in front of me. Not Terminal Goat, but WOT Goat. As Overlander X3 goes wide, loses it in the corner. Not a good place to lose it. Loses a couple positions there. Heads back into 8. Drops back there. So here, I want to brake before the bridge. Get to this inside. Get back on the gas fairly quickly. Sorry about that, WOT. You got drifty there, and I tried to keep it tight, and then I drifted out into the side of you. Not too terrible. Again, apologies. So heading down to the next corner, you can see up ahead, we've got a person with a penalty already early in the race. Penalties here were insane. It really made it difficult if you were too wide going through corners to keep both cars on the track, because it was inevitable that somebody was going to get a penalty. So, try to avoid those too wide through the corners, which are not always easy. So we slam on the brakes, and I get into the back of Revo Nut. Sorry about that. Trying to keep it tight, and trying to race hard, but try not to kill people either. As WOT gets loose in there again, I'm having to kind of back off a little bit so that I don't hit him. And as I'm coming in here, huge dive bomb from GT Honda Proud. I mean, I'll be honest with you, that was a shit move. I mean, he plowed through DA in 1976, then he plowed through me. And then he gets a penalty in the process. So, now DA's falling back. He's out of the slipstream. Anyway, I thought that was pretty crap. So, moving on. Heading here into corner one, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let GT Honda prove that it was just a little mistake. It's all good. And I'm gonna race clean instead of launching him into Narnia in one of these corners. I'm gonna let it go and try and get back into slipstreams myself and catch up to these cars in front of me. Really, if you can stay in that lead pack, if you can stay in the slipstream and you can drive clean enough and just calm enough to stay there the whole race, usually you have a pretty good result. So again, that's what I'm trying to do. Try not to have any penalties as WOT Goat and GT Honda traded some more paint there going through the corner. Again, common theme here, but it's getting on the brakes, coming around this chicane here, or this S-curve, whatever you want to call it. GT's about to serve his penalty, about to drop back here in the pack, and me and DA gonna take advantage of that. So into the penalty zone, he does not move out of the racing line. Of course not. Why would he? That would be the right thing to do. He'll just sit right in it and blocks DA. Again, another real shit move, if you ask me, but that's all right. So 2 strikes. Moving through the S's again. Heading towards the spot where we got the savage lunge last time, the dive bomb from hell, right through here. This time I take the inside line a little tighter. He doesn't do it again. So, okay, I'm like, well, maybe he just needs to calm down a little bit. So again, I need to lock into the 2 cars in front of me, and you got Mobile Master and WOT getting a little paint rub there through that corner. Mobile must have had a little moment up there. Got a little loose. So going into lap 3, quite a few positions have changed. I'm sitting in 6th. I'd started off a little earlier, and Mobile gets on the brakes a little earlier than me there. I have to go around him, getting his quarter panel a little bit there, but I let him go ahead and take the corner because it looked like a pretty crap move on my part. So I want to be sure to give that position back to him. And of course, who takes advantage of all of it, but our boy GT Honda. But I don't blame him for that one. That's perfectly acceptable. I made a mistake there. That's my fault. So I move on. So coming towards the sharp left-hander here, you see GT Honda gets right into the corner panel of Mobile Master, right into the rear corner panel. I mean, it's such a jerk move because Mobile Master, he can't turn in on that corner because if he does, he's going to basically pit maneuver himself. So again, another crap move by GT Honda. So I don't know. I'm not going to say the next time I race with this guy, if he touches me, I'm going to send him off the course, but it may happen. I don't know. Maybe we'll never see each other again. I don't have to worry about it. So anyway, not impressed with your racecraft there, GT Honda. Improve it. So moving here towards the end of lap 3 in my rearview mirror, you will see CNF DH Man. Now you will see him in my rearview mirror and in front of me several times throughout this race. He is in, I believe it was the McLaren, and man, he just had my number the whole race. I think we traded positions a couple times throughout this race, so it was a pretty good race between the two of us. So here, heading into lap 4, my tires are looking good. Again, I got the racing hards up front, the racing mediums in back, and I'm feeling okay about my position. I'm sitting in 6th. I know that I can make the hard medium combination. I mean, I can make it last 10 laps if I really wanted to, but by the 11th lap, they would be completely and utterly dead, and I wouldn't be able to do anything. So I'm pushing on them a little harder than I would if I were going to do no stoppers. You can see as I push through that corner, absolutely atrocious. I go a little defensive through here on CNF, but I mean, I can tell he's got me. So I just keep it in tight, try and give him room on the outside to make his pass. He's got the inside line coming here. So, you know, I don't do anything stupid. I just go ahead and give up the position, try and jump in the slipstream, and so we can run back down GT Honda. So as we come through these S's, CNF, man, he gets a little loose there, so I've got to come back to his inside. GT Honda picks up penalty. I'm like, well, shoot, I might pick up 2 positions right here in this section. Coming down the straight, I couldn't really see how big the penalty was on GT Honda. Apparently, it wasn't too drastic, or actually, that's it. He's got to pick it up next lap because of where he got it. So he's going to carry that. It's a 1-second penalty for the remainder of this lap, and then he'll serve it on lap 5. As CNF right back on my tail, coming through the corners. That the McLaren had me in the corners for sure. I'm just pushing everywhere. I mean, I'm really not hitting my apexes like I should. I'm braking a little bit too late. I think I've got the rear view mirror in my head a little bit too much. And usually I'm pretty good about not doing that. I just ignore the guy behind me, and you know, unless it's near the end of the race and I need to defend a position. Usually I just let the guy behind me kind of just do whatever he needs to do, and I'll just race my race. I've always had good results doing it that way. And then here at Catalunya, for some reason, I just kind of let the rearview mirror get in my head. So pushing through this corner, I just cannot get it to grip and put down the power. I just keep getting reeled in more and more by CNF, man. He's just coming in, you know. And Lumatic not far behind him. So if I make a mistake, they're both coming by me. Don't want to do that. CNF gets in the rear of me a little bit right there. Not too big a deal. He may be on medium tires. Maybe the reason why he is, you know, all in the trunk of my car, and I can't seem to. In any of these corners, I'm not gaining any time on him. He's pulling back in on me on all the corners, so he probably is on the medium tires. As GT Honda serves his penalty right there, it wasn't enough for me to catch up to him really well, pass him up or anything like that. But I did catch up a little bit. Again, CNF taking a little better line through that hairpin than me, catching right back up to me. Looks like the Lexus is pulling a little bit on him in the straights, but it really doesn't take him any time at all to get right back on my rear bumper. So as we come near the end of lap 5, there may be some folks pitting here to get that undercut. We'll be looking to see what kind of tires they come in on. So Revo Nut coming in on hards, Risky Devil coming in on hards, Vicious New Yorker hards. A lot of folks coming in on the hard tires. A few you see there on mediums. Me and CNF stay out. We stay out for the 6th lap. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna pit on the 7th lap. I'm gonna run 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on mediums. And looking back, I'm kind of wishing that I had run another lap on this tire setup. I don't know. It's hard to tell. These tires were starting to go anyway. My race pace, I was trying much harder with them than I was in my practice laps. CNF has the inside line there. Fair play to him. That was his line. That was his position. And tried not to touch him at all there, but car got a little bit squirrely on me, so I got a little bit of the side of him, but not too bad. Nothing really slow either of us down. And here I don't know what happened there. I just pushed all the way through that corner. Had a terrible exit right there, and here comes Mobile Masher. So give up position to him down in 5th. This is not the lap I wanted on lap 6. I wanted to put in a nice, fast, clean lap on 6, and hopefully just make up some ground, having that clean air, come in, get a fresh set of tires on, and then go out and lay down. Some really good laps. And so now I'm pulling on Mobile Masher here, getting on this apex really good, get on the gas. He tried to make a run on me on the inside. He tried to do undercut, but I was able to hold him off there, or he pulled out, one of the two. Sometimes it is the wise thing to do, pull out, folks. I don't know. Many of us haven't learned it, but we should probably pay attention when it's done correctly. So, gonna head the pits here, put on some fresh tires. Mobile Masher stays out for another stint, so he must be running the hard tires. So, gonna add a little fuel as well. I didn't even attempt to fuel save. I'm going in the pits anyway, and really I just wanted to stay as close to the lead pack as I could. So I wasn't concerned with the fuel at all. I wasn't going to try and no stop this. So bring the Geauxgreddy Lexus into the pit crew. Look at them guys, man. Well-oiled machine. Love them. Throwing that fuel in there. And there we go. They just casually walk off because, well, they're the best. So I come out and I'm like, oh crap, I'm in 12th. 12th. I went from 4th, 5th, something like that, all the way back to 12th place. But you got some no stoppers in here. Maybe have some people running a 7th lap on hard tires that are going to pit. You have all that going on, so it's kind of cool with a race like this. Sometimes you have all these different pit strategies going on, and oftentimes it's just hard to tell where you will end up at the end. So we shall see where I end up at the end. So here I am behind WOT Goat and For the God Below, and I'm just trying to reel them in, just trying to get on that back bumper so I can get that slipstream, let them pull me along. WOT Goat, he gets way over there in that curb. I'm thinking, man, is that going to be a penalty? No penalty popped up. I was a little surprised at that, but he is all over the backside of For the God Below. I mean, he's pushing. He's trying to get by him. So they come into here into the hairpin. WOT makes the move, almost makes it stick, gets outside. Again, I'm thinking, got to be a penalty. So there you see it in the chicane when two people get side by side. You can't take that far inside line because you'll get a penalty. And when guys are side by side, all you can use is your radar. Really, you can't see out your side window, see how close they are. And man, they are just all over the place, ramming into each other. I'm thinking, do I even want to pass right here because I'm gonna get clobbered? But WOT gets the 2.5 second penalty. Ouch. So WOT has got to be feeling a little frustrated right now. So I'm just gonna try and hop in the slipstream, see if I can't get a little draft off him here. I peek around the outside. I'm not really looking to make a pass here. I give him plenty of room on the inside there, and he squeezes on through, but he must have cut that corner because as he comes out the other side, he picks up another 2.5 penalty. That is so brutal. I'm sure he was just trying to race me clean through there, and he picks up a 2.5, and that really sucks. I know him and for the guy down below or whatever his name is had some stuff going on back there, but for the most part, I've been behind him the whole race, and he seems like he's been typically trying to race pretty clean. So, it sucks he gets a 2.5 penalty. So, up here at the penalty gate, I'm sure I will clearly take position 8 from him as we approach it, and you can see the yellow bar build up here where warns me that he is about to slow down. Well, thank you, penalty warning system, because I'm going to jump in his slipstream and ride it for a little while. And WOT, look, stays out of the racing line, stays over to the left. Good job there, sir. I move over to the right, look for my braking zone, drop the anchor, and I take position 8. So I stay here for a little while. So let's move forward a little bit in the race and see what happens. So here we are at the beginning of lap 10, and I am planted firmly between CNF and GT Honda Proud. CNF is only about a second 2 off of my rear end, and GT Honda Proud is about 4.8 seconds up front. My medium tires are not looking nor feeling so hot right about now, as I'm just punishing them through this long sweeping right-hander. I am trying to keep CNF off my tail, and it's just not working. I mean, if I slow down enough to get on the apex, he just comes hauling up on me. So I'm thinking, nah, not again. He caught me the end of the last stint as well. So I see, GT Honda got a penalty up front. I don't know how much it is, but really my main concern isn't so much passing him as it is trying to take some good lines to keep CNF from overtaking me, which isn't gonna happen. I come through here, he has got me. I move over to the right, I give him the inside line. I'm like, it's yours, dude, take it. I don't want to lose any time. And I'm like, is he gonna pass me ever? And he does. I see him in my rearview mirror. I'm like, what is he doing still there? So I come out the corner, I'm like, has he passed me yet? I'm like, no, there he is. But he's to my inside, he hits me, I go off. We kind of hit each other, really. He got loose coming out the corner, apparently, and wasn't able to get by me. So by me trying to be a gentleman driver, I kind of screwed myself. I kind of wish CNF would have just backed out of it and got me on the next corner. I was clearly just going to let him by. I would have backed out of it, but every time I looked over or looked in my mirror, he was behind me. So I didn't want to lose time either. So I figured he could just tuck in behind me, come through the next set of corners, and but maybe he was concerned with being able to pass me on the straight. But of course, because of that, I now have dog 226 on my tail and Speedster as well, and I have dropped back to 9th. I probably should be up there battling for 8th position. I should probably be in 8th, with WOT and Mobile Master, on my tail. Actually, I should be in 7th, really. That's all right. But at this point, I'm like, forget it. I'm not giving up any more positions. If you want my position, you're going to have to take it. So I took a little bit of the inside line there. I stayed at the inside here. Dog 226 is, he's around on my outside. He tries to make the cut back. I plant the Lexus on the apex, and he gives me a little what for in the corner, and that allows Speedster Suzuki in. And Speedster, he kind of comes and shoves his way through there a little bit. Not too bad. He tried to stay off. I'm doing all that I can to keep these tires from just completely falling off. Speedster makes a nice pass on the outside there. I still got Dog on my inside. He's going to outbrake me here. There's nothing I can do about it. I've got no tires left. So Dog takes his position back from Speedster there. I'm on the inside. I am just trying. I don't want to run him off the track, but I'm fighting for my position because I also have Overland there coming up on me. And I'm just giving it all she's got right now. Scotty is pissed off. He's yelling up at the captain, no, we don't have any more. But coming around the last corner, I'm sweating buckets because I'm about to lose another spot. And I managed to hold off overland for an 11th spot. So exciting race. Not the best result. Not the most spectacular points I've ever gotten. But I learned a little bit. Every race, got to take something away. And what I learned is stay true to your strategy. Don't let other racers bother you. Hit your apexes. Car position, car position, car position. My car wasn't where it was supposed to be when the tires started to wear, and in the end, it ended up costing me a lot of positions. And if your car is where it's supposed to be, it also makes it harder for other people to pass you, so that you don't tend to get dive bombed as much and such. So there we are. Lexus fastest driver for, that's right, Geauxgreddy. I'm the fastest Lexus driver, folks. Take it to the bank. 395 points. My little man doesn't look too happy standing there, but that's all right. I had a good time. To anyone I may have rubbed a little too closely tonight, I apologize. Hopefully next time I'm a little cleaner. I had my few little issues in there tonight for those that got into me a little too much, and I felt like I had a little rough race. Hey, there's always next race. There's another chance to make amends. I'll start over anew. I hope you do the same. If you enjoyed the video, I ask that you hit the like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit subscribe so when the next one pops up, you'll know about it. For myself, for Senla GT Sport, Geauxgreddy, y'all have a good evening.